retail businesses can measure their performance through a key performance indicator, a KPI. KPIs can include sales, the money coming in, your profit, money in minus your costs, the sales or the profit you're making per square meter, the sales per employee, the average revenue per customer, the sales level, so the number of people at the checkout, the customer satisfaction, perhaps measured by the number of customer complaints or by some kind of survey, stock holding. If it's too high, the goods may go out of date, but if it's too low, products may be out of stock. Returns. How many products are brought back to the store and why? Complaints. How many and for what reasons? Environmental performance targets. So, for example, how many plastic bags are given out and how much is recycled? Pestel analysis. 6 external factors affecting your business. These are political, economic, sociological, technological, environmental, and legal. Political. So, for example, what effect will Brexit have on my business, my finances? What changes in the law have there been? Will the government give our business a grant to help us? Can we get tax benefits? Can we get lower taxes? Economic. So, for example, inflation. If this is low, then prices are only increasing by a small amount, so our costs can be kept down. Interest rates. Tax. How will they affect our business? High interest rate means high borrowing cost. If interest rates are low, we can borrow money to invest in better machinery, equipment or buildings and so stay competitive. What is the level of employment? If it's high, then people will have more money to spend. Economic benefits of retail. There are many. So, for example, providing employment, donations and sponsorship, supporting a local charity, attracting new businesses, attracting new customers, attracting new people to come and live in the area. Think about the impact on town centres of out-of-town developments, the impact on small retailers, new road developments, pressure on local infrastructures, transport systems and their cost. Who should pay for it? Social. Changes in tastes or fashions may affect us. Would something sell well in one place but not in another? Population changes can take place. So, for example, in the UK, the population has grown by 20 million over the past 100 years. And there is an ageing population. There is now more cultural diversity. The population is more educated. More women are working and more people now work from home. Social benefits of retailing. So they provide meeting places. So there are cafes and restaurants in store. They provide additional facilities and community spaces. There are disability and mobility benefits, ease of access to channels, free parking, cheap petrol. Technological. So advances in technology may affect what you buy and how you operate. Can we develop an app? Products become rapidly obsolete, out of date. Most people now have a laptop and they shop online. Environmental. There may be new laws about causing pollution. There are recycling and packaging issues. What happens if there's poor weather? There is more demand now for things like solar power or wind energy, renewable energy. People are conscious of their carbon footprint, food miles, and there are traffic issues. There is pressure for responsible sourcing, such as fish stocks. And generally, animal welfare is more of an issue than it's ever been before. Environmental groups are worried about the impact that transporting food a long way is having on the environment. Food shipment is seen to be affecting global warming. Goods are being shipped a long way only to be sold within a few miles of where they were produced. Greenfield site, an area of land that has not been developed previously. Greenbelt, land consisting of farmland, woodland and open recreational areas surrounding urban areas on which building is restricted. Building on greenfield sites is a controversial issue. Population growth in the UK, the trend towards smaller family units, and the demand for people wanting to live on the edge of the city has put pressure on the countryside surrounding major cities. So why would people wish to build on a greenfield site? Well, first of all, there's no need to clean up. Okay, so it's not got any previous land use and therefore it can work out very cheap. Existing road networks are not in place, so planning is not restricted. They are often on the edges of cities where land is cheaper. Planners and architects have a blank canvas to work with. More space is available for gardens. The edge of the city can appeal to buyers and businesses. Sites on the edge of the city are often close to major motorways, providing good access. Greenbelt land. Greenbelts are a buffer between towns and between town and countryside. The Greenbelt designation is a planning tool and the aim of... Oh shit. Brownfield site. An old industrial or inner city site that is cleared for a new building development. So, it's more sustainable as existing developed land is being used. City expansion is curbed as the site is already within the city. So it stops the loss of countryside and it reduces journey times as the city is more compact. Road networks already exist, as do electricity and gas networks. It's easier to gain planning permission as councils are keen to reuse the brownfield sites. The sites are closer to the central business district for shopping and for job opportunities. Legal. New laws about production or consumer protection. Ethical issues. Fair trade products. The farmer, often from a poor country, is paid a fair wage for their goods. Child labour. If a British retailer is found to stock goods produced by children, this will cause negative publicity. Healthy living. People are becoming more health conscious and want to eat less fatty or processed foods such as a ready meal. Genetically modified foods. The public is concerned about the impact of eating Frankenstein food. Organic foods. It costs more to grow, but many customers are willing to pay more for it. Products tested on animals. Britain is a nation of animal lovers, and many people dislike the idea of using cosmetics tested on animals. Corporate responsibility. Companies help to protect or help the community and the environment. Countries can vary. They can have different customs, the way people behave. Think about the drinking of alcohol, certain foods that are or aren't eaten in different countries, clothing that is worn or that is not worn. Think about styles and tastes, what people wear, what they eat, what they drink. Fashion can vary greatly in different countries. Lifestyles, how people shop, the way they prefer to cook. Think about ready meals. Do some countries like them? Other countries don't. Ways to enter an international market. You can enter through self-entry, so you do all the work with the support of a local advisor. Acquisition. Buying a local company, but this can be expensive. Franchising. Local firms are offered the right to operate stores under your brand name, allowing you access to expert local knowledge of customer needs. Joint ventures. Working with a local partner, but remaining two separate companies. You have to share the profits, but benefit can be gained from their knowledge and their experience. Location issues that you may have overseas. So what problems may the business have about operating in a new economy? Think about the different laws there could be. Think about the cultural differences there could be. Resource factors in running a business. Think about premises. It could be a shop, office, workshop, industrial unit. If customers visit you, it needs to have a good appearance and nearby parking. Staff. They must be able to reach you easily, and labour costs can be lower in areas of high unemployment. Equipment. Stocks of goods and raw materials. Think about the storage. How much space do you need? Are they valuable? Will you need a safe? Are they perishable? Do you need a cold room or a freezer? Location of suppliers. You may want to be located to a major supplier, especially if you use them regularly. This can save you on storage space as well. Customers, they must be local to where you set up. Corporate social responsibility, CSR. This concerns the way the business behaves towards society as well as to the environment. So think about plastic packaging, waste disposal, or charity. It's also to do with how you treat your employees, your customers, or your suppliers. Guys, thank you for listening. Please could you subscribe and like, as it helps us to produce more and better videos like this in the future. Also, could you comment below what type of information you would like in the future as a guideline for us. Thank you again, guys, and see you all again soon.